Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the start of this summer term at Kingswood House. It's Friday, the 22nd of April, and what a joy it has been both yesterday and today for the sun to be shining and for us to be welcoming back lots of exuberant and excited boys and girls for the start of what promises to be a very exciting and busy few weeks ahead. Before the start of term, we held a really useful staff inset day with a focus on safeguarding updates, which of course is not only hugely important and informative, but very much helps us to make sure that we are looking after in an optimal way all of the boys and the girls in our care. So that provided a great platform for yesterday, the first day of the term, and as I say, it was really exhilarating to see everybody coming in such high spirits and zest, and certainly we are now into a much more normal school environment with plenty on offer, which I'll talk about in a few moments. So I hope that energy manifests itself as much in week 10 as it does on day one of week 1. I'd also like to share some fantastic school family news. Ines Witts, who is the daughter-in-law of Sally Witts, our bursar, gave birth to a baby boy, Arlo John Witts, on the 11th of April over the holiday. Both boy and mother are doing well, and grandmother, of course, is naturally delighted. So we are all very, very pleased for Ines and her family. So welcome to the world, young Arlo John Witts. In Assembly yesterday, amongst many other things, we talked about Earth Day, which it is in fact today, and the concept of that this year in 2022 is invest in our planet. And I know that Miss Highlands and our Eco Club have already got some very firm ideas of how they're going to support that initiative in and around school, so look out for information on that. I talked about St George's Day, and that of course is tomorrow, the 23rd of April. We talked about the legend of St George as well as the man himself, and the fact that St George is the patron saint of a number of different countries, and we sort of separated myth from reality and talked about how the symbolism of George and the Dragon very much represents the old adage of good against evil, and to help people make wise choices and the right choices, which of course is a key part of our value programme and preparation for life beyond the school gate here at Kingswood House. Very, very excitedly, we have just held our first whole school photograph since 2018, and it was a bit of a labour of love and not an easy logistical challenge, but we have got 260 or thereabouts boys and girls and the best part of 100 staff recorded on camera for the first time in 4 years. And of course, during that time frame, an awful lot has changed. A lot of the faces have changed, understandably, in terms of the pupils, including over 20 girls. A lot of the staff are new, and of course, the very fabric and the enhancements to the school site. So whilst all of the latter part isn't captured, it certainly is much more reflective now to have a school photograph that is representative of our school community as of today. So that was a really big moment and something that we've all been looking forward to reflect Kingswood House and its future direction of travel. As I put in my letter, parents, please just be aware of some important dates. I know that there will be others that pertain specifically to your form or to your year group, but the sports day is 24th of June. We love to have mums, dads, grandparents supporting, and I know that KHA have got some exciting stalls to help make that afternoon run very joyfully. And the next day, the evening of Saturday the 25th of June, we have our summer ball, and we were unable to run this over the last year or two, so we are very much looking forward to that. It will be held at the Queen's Stand at Epsom Racecourse. It's a really, really convivial event. I believe we have one of our key members of staff lined up to be compere for the evening, and if you haven't got your tickets yet, do not delay. You will not want to miss out on that. Finally, I suppose it's, of course, always that time of year when we wish our Year 11 students the very best of luck for their impending GCSE exams. They have had to contend with 2 years of hybrid learning, homeschool learning during the pandemic, but they have worked so manfully. I am incredibly proud of all of them, and I know particularly from their mindset when they came in before the start of term for an extra revision session with our teachers on Tuesday, I know that they are going to do themselves justice in those exams which kick off in just under a month's time. So good luck to all of you. We have a lot of trips lined up this term, which I'm also very pleased about. There has been a real stampede of schools trying to make up for lost time. So I commend my teaching staff for managing to organise these trips against great competition. We held our delayed Back to the Future theatre trip yesterday, which was a roaring success. We have the Making of Modern Britain trip for the first time in a couple of years, which I think sets off in just a couple of weeks' time. And then we have, for every other year group, their own designated residential trips week, which takes place in the second half of term, and lots of Duke of Edinburgh expeditions for bronze and silver. So thank you to Miss Patel for her work on that. A great opportunity for all of the children to think about the character qualities at this school: respect, integrity, and this terms of endeavour. And I have laboured the points to them to try and be their best selves, to work as part of a team, to understand that the easy choices are not always necessarily the right choices. And I'll be very grateful if you would work at home in partnership with us at school to help all of the boys and girls understand the importance of these values, because if you get the little things right each and every day, it adds up to a much better constituent whole. And that is what we're after, both in the Kingswood House community and indeed the world beyond the school gate. I think that's enough for now, so I wish you a relaxing weekend, and I'll speak to you again next week.